You know the Lord's Prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name? That one prayer that Jesus taught his disciples. Well, Muslim dawahgandists and new atheists have a polemical objection to that one phrase at the end there. Can you guess which one it is? Yes, correct. The whole lead us not into temptation part. On the surface, it may sound like they're onto something here. Like, what? Why do we have to pray to God for that? Is God, the maximally perfect and all-loving being, leading us into temptation? What is going on here? Why pray that our good God is not leading us into temptation? In this little video, I'll show how to respond to this. The answer may very much not be what you thought. I will not really go down this particular route, but I do have to point out that in Greek, the word temptation can also mean testing. And if so, the whole polemic just falls apart, because scriptures do talk about that in several places. Like for example Jeremiah 17:10 or James 1:3. God the Father is testing and disciplining his children, right? Most Christians will tell you that's hard and uncomfortable, and we are very much relieved and happy when those storms are over. And if possible, we do pray that we don't have to go through them. But what does the Lord's Prayer start with? Thy will be done. That's what we Christians are to pray. Now, moving on, there are two reasons for this misunderstanding and confusion in that phrase, lead us not into temptation. First of all, reading the prayer isolated and ignoring the rest of it. Which leads me to the second reason, not considering the Lord's Prayer original Hebrew perspective. That it is indeed a prayer that is constructed according to a pattern that we see in Psalms, which Jesus quotes 11 times in the Gospel accounts, by the way. Now, what do we see in Psalms? The psalmist again and again is saying, please God, don't do this, do this. Oh Lord, please don't let that happen, let this happen. Bringing up both sides of the positive and the negative to form a complete thought of what the psalmist is begging the Lord to do in his prayer. Like for example, Psalm 38, don't forsake me, O Lord, make haste to help me. Or Psalm 74, don't deliver me to the enemy, have regard for the covenant. You see this pattern of, please God, don't do this, do this. Oh Lord, please don't let that happen, let this happen. By the way, Psalm 141 is actually very similar to the exact petition in focus here that we see in the Lord's Prayer. Because it goes like this. Don't let my heart turn toward evil or involve itself in wicked activities with men who practice iniquity. Let me not feast in their delicacies. So with this in the back of our minds, I hope it makes more sense now why that phrase at the end of the Lord's Prayer is constructed exactly like this. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Don't isolate that sentence and phrase from the rest of the prayer and ignore the original Hebrew perspective and context used in the Psalms, negative, positive, positive, negative, to capture the complete prayer thought of asking God to deliver us from every evil of body and soul, because it's done throughout the Psalms, and Jesus quotes them a lot. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Do you want a free theodicy book in response to the academically strongest version of divine hiddenness, the undeniable proof argument, and what about all the people in human history who have never heard of Jesus or received and understood the gospel? Well, without any sign-ups, registration and crap, you can download and listen directly, 100% free, to this book that I wrote. And if you want early access to videos, behind-the-scenes stuff, and support this ministry and the work I do online and offline, all that is possible with, for example, becoming a channel member for as low as $2 per month. See you in the next video. God bless.